Dive into a realm where dreams and reality intertwine. Each second of this video, a step into the unseen. Like a brushstroke on a canvas, every frame paints a tale that's yours to discover. Come, and let the adventure unfold. Morocco, a land where vibrant cultures, timeless history, and breathtaking landscapes converge, sits at the very edge of Africa, gazing westward towards the endless expanse of the Atlantic Ocean. Its northern shores are kissed by the Mediterranean Sea, where the waves reflect the sun's golden glow, while to the east, the rugged Atlas Mountains stretch like an ancient spine, their peaks dusted with snow in winter. To the south, the vastness of the Sahara Desert unfurls, with its rolling dunes that change colour with the rising and setting sun. At the crossroads of Europe and Africa, Morocco is a portal between two worlds, where the call to prayer echoes through bustling medinas, and the scent of spices fills the air. The country's location, where the warmth of the desert meets the cool breeze of the ocean, gives it a unique charm, an alchemy of contrasts that leaves travellers spellbound. Whether it's the bustling streets of Marrakech or the tranquil beaches of Essaouira, Morocco offers an invitation to explore a land as rich in history as it is in natural beauty. Nestled in the Rif Mountains, where the hills cradle the sky and the air feels like a whispered secret, Chefchaouen rises in shades of blue. It is a city painted in 1,000 hues of azure and indigo, where every wall, door, and window seems to reflect the soul of the sky itself. As the sun climbs higher, the morning light bathes the town in a soft, ethereal glow, casting gentle shadows that dance across cobbled streets, inviting one to wander aimlessly. Chefchaouen is a sanctuary for the senses. The air smells of fresh mountain herbs and the earthy fragrance of centuries-old stone. The city hums with the rhythm of life, the call of distant birds, the soft murmur of voices in the alleys, and the rustle of fabric as women weave through the maze of narrow lanes, their bright shawls contrasting against the cool, calm blues around them. Strolling through the Medina feels like stepping into a dream, a world suspended between time and space, where every corner holds a new discovery, a hidden courtyard with blooming bougainvillea, an artisan crafting intricate jewellery, or an old man with a weathered face offering a knowing smile. The mountains loom above, their presence both protective and eternal, while the sound of the mountain streams trickling through the town adds a soothing melody to the atmosphere. In Chefchaouen, the pace of life slows to a gentle rhythm. It is a place to pause, to breathe deeply, to feel the tranquility seep into your bones. Every sunrise, every sunset feels like a quiet meditation. It is a city painted by nature and time, a serene symphony of color and peace, waiting to be discovered, one blue step at a time. The people of Morocco are renowned for their warmth, generosity, and genuine hospitality, reflecting the deep-rooted traditions of kindness and respect that define Moroccan culture. They greet visitors with smiles that seem to light up the bustling streets of cities like Marrakech, Fez, and Casablanca, offering a sense of belonging from the moment you arrive. Whether it's a casual encounter in a marketplace or a visit to a humble home, Moroccans extend a hand of friendship, eager to share their rich heritage and way of life. Hospitality is at the heart of Moroccan identity. It's not unusual for a stranger to be invited into someone's home for a cup of sweet mint tea. A gesture that symbolizes not only warmth, but a sense of welcome that transcends mere politeness. In Morocco, the phrase, "my home is your home," isn't just a saying. It's an invitation into the heart of a culture where guests are treated with the utmost respect and care. In the rural villages and busy medinas alike, people's interactions are imbued with a spirit of connection, as they balance respect for tradition with an openness to new faces and experiences. The rich tapestry of Morocco's history, from Berber roots to Arab influence, fosters a unique blend of hospitality that makes each interaction feel both personal and profound. This welcoming spirit invites travelers not just to observe, but to become part of the story, if only for a fleeting moment. Nestled where the sands of the Sahara meet the blue of the Mediterranean, Morocco is a land where time itself seems to dance between ancient rhythms and modern beats. A country of contrasts, where the winds of history swirl through bustling markets, the sound of prayer echoes off grand minarets, and the colours of tradition burst into life with every step. Morocco is a living mosaic of culture, woven together by the threads of Berber, Arab, and Andalusian influences, creating a heritage that is as rich and diverse as its landscapes, from the golden deserts to the rugged Atlas Mountains and the lush oases that seem to spring from a dream. Every corner of Morocco tells a story, in the labyrinthine streets of the Medinas, where merchants barter spices and silks in the same way their ancestors did, or in the graceful arches of palaces that once housed sultans and poets. It's a place where every hand-crafted rug, every ornate tile, and every intricate wood carving carries a legacy passed down through generations, each piece whispering tales of conquest, of kings, of nomads who roamed the dunes, and of a culture that has endured the winds of time. In Morocco, heritage isn't a relic of the past. It is the heart that beats within the soul of the country, alive, vibrant, and forever evolving. Moroccan culture is a living mosaic, crafted over centuries by waves of conquerors, traders, and explorers, each leaving their imprint on the land. The story begins with the ancient Berbers, the indigenous people whose traditions and languages still pulse through the country's veins. Their presence stretches back thousands of years, rooted in the rugged Atlas Mountains and vast deserts, shaping a culture deeply connected to the land. As centuries passed, Morocco became a crossroads of civilizations. The Phoenicians first brought their trade routes, followed by the Romans, whose ruins still dot the landscape, telling tales of ancient prosperity. But it was the arrival of Islam in the 7th century that would truly reshape Morocco's identity. Arab conquerors brought with them not only religion, but a new cultural framework, one that intertwined with the Berber traditions to create a distinct Moroccan ethos. The Islamic influence grew stronger with the rise of the great dynasties that followed, such as the Almoravids and Almohads. These Berber-led empires expanded Morocco's reach across North Africa and Spain, leaving behind architectural masterpieces like the towering minarets of Marrakech and the stunning Hassan Mosque in Casablanca. Islamic art and science flourished, blending with the indigenous Berber craftsmanship to create unique forms of expression, whether in the intricate tilework of the riads or the rich embroidery of Moroccan textiles. Morocco's ties to Spain and Andalusia, forged through centuries of rule and cultural exchange, further enriched its cultural fabric. The Al-Andalus legacy brought with it a passion for music, poetry, and intellectualism, elements that would become deeply embedded in Moroccan life. The city of Fez, once a hub of Islamic scholarship, continues to carry the weight of this intellectual and cultural heritage, its Medina a labyrinth of knowledge and art. As the centuries wore on, Morocco became a beacon of resistance to European colonial powers. Despite being split into French and Spanish protectorates in the early 20th century, Morocco's spirit never waned. When the country regained independence in 1956, it did so not by abandoning its history, but by weaving it into a modern narrative, one where past and present coexist in vibrant harmony. Today, the influences of Morocco's rich history are evident at every turn. In the colours of the bustling souks, the architecture of its cities, and the songs sung under the stars. Its culture remains a living testament to the convergence of civilizations, an ever-evolving blend of Berber roots, Arab grace, Andalusian flair, and African soul. Morocco is a land where nature wears many faces, each one more breathtaking than the last, a canvas of contrasts that draws you in and whispers its secrets. From the endless golden dunes of the Sahara, where the sun sets in a fiery embrace, to the snow-capped peaks of the Atlas Mountains, this is a country where the earth seems to hold its breath in awe. The desert stretches like an ocean of sand, the wind etching shifting patterns that dance under the heat of the day and cool with the calm of night. The silence of the dunes is profound, broken only by the sound of footsteps or the distant hum of a camel's hooves, a reminder that in the vastness of this place, time itself seems to slow. In the north, the Mediterranean and Atlantic coasts come alive with a different energy. The turquoise waters crash against rugged cliffs, their spray catching the sunlight and sparkling like jewels. Beaches stretch out, unspoiled and wild, offering refuge for travelers seeking peace or adventure. The coastal cities of Essaouira and Tangier have long been a haven for artists, drawn by the dramatic seascapes and the unique light that bathes the land. Yet, Morocco's soul is perhaps most alive in its mountains. The Atlas Range, towering like ancient guardians, is a land of fertile valleys, emerald green terraces, and villages that cling to the hillsides like small, secret worlds. Here, the air is crisp, and the rhythm of life is slower, as if the mountains themselves have created a sanctuary for those who live close to the earth. In winter, the peaks are crowned with snow, and the landscape transforms into a wonderland, where nomads and shepherds lead their flocks beneath a sky so blue it seems endless. Between the mountains and desert lies a rich tapestry of oses and rivers, where palm trees sway in the breeze and life thrives in hidden pockets of lush greenery. The valleys bloom in spring with wildflowers, and date palms stretch their arms to the sky, offering shade and sweetness in the heat of summer. The rivers wind their way through the land, carving paths through deep canyons, offering a life-giving presence to the dry expanses. Morocco's nature is not just a backdrop. It is a living, breathing force that pulses through every part of the country. It is in the rustling of the olive trees, the scent of jasmine in the air, the taste of mint in the breeze, and the timeless beauty that stretches from the mountains to the sea. In Morocco, nature is as diverse and dynamic as the people who call it home, a stunning reminder of the magic that happens when land and spirit are in perfect harmony. Nestled where the sands of the Sahara meet the blue of the Mediterranean, Morocco is a land where time itself seems to dance between ancient rhythms and modern beats. A country of contrasts, where the winds of history swirl through bustling markets, the sound of prayer echoes off grand minarets, and the colours of tradition burst into life with every step. Morocco is a living mosaic of culture, woven together by the threads of Berber, Arab, and Andalusian influences, creating a heritage that is as rich and diverse as its landscapes, from the golden deserts to the rugged Atlas mountains, and the lush osiers that seem to spring from a dream. Every corner of Morocco tells a story. In the labyrinthine streets of the Medinas, where merchants barter spices and silks in the same way their ancestors did, or in the graceful arches of palaces that once housed sultans and poets. It's a place where every handcrafted rug, every ornate tile, and every intricate wood carving carries a legacy passed down through generations, each piece whispering tales of conquest, of kings, of nomads who roamed the dunes, and of a culture that has endured the winds of time. In Morocco, heritage isn't a relic of the past. It is the heart that beats within the soul of the country, alive, vibrant, and forever evolving. Moroccan hospitality is legendary, woven into the very fabric of the culture, where every guest is treated like family. From the bustling souks to the quiet corners of rural villages, Moroccans have an innate warmth that makes visitors feel not only welcomed, but truly cherished. When you step into a Moroccan home, you're often greeted with a generous offering of mint tea, sweet, fragrant, and poured with great ceremony. The act of serving tea is more than just a ritual. It's an expression of respect, an invitation to sit, relax, and share in the moment. You'll likely be offered traditional treats such as dates, nuts, or pastries, crafted with love and pride. In Morocco, sharing a meal is an act of deep hospitality. It's not uncommon for hosts to prepare a feast, even for unexpected visitors. The rich flavours of tagine, couscous, and freshly baked bread are served with an open heart, with the belief that food is a bridge between strangers and friends. Moroccans are known for their kindness and generosity, often going out of their way to help a traveller or guest. It's a culture where even a brief encounter in a market or on the street can lead to an invitation into someone's home, offering a glimpse of their world, their stories, and their traditions. The warmth of Moroccan hospitality is an invitation to connect, to become part of the fabric of their community, if only for a moment. It's a generosity of spirit that leaves an indelible impression, one that lingers long after you leave. Moroccan food is a feast for the senses, a symphony of flavors, textures, and colors that tell the story of a land where the sun kisses the earth and spices bloom like flowers in the desert. Each dish is a work of art, crafted with love and tradition, where every ingredient plays a role in a delicate dance of taste, a reflection of Morocco's rich cultural heritage. At the heart of Moroccan cuisine is the tagine, a slow-cooked stew that seems to hold the very essence of the country within its fragrant depths. The clay pot, with its conical lid, cradles a perfect balance of savoury and sweet, where tender meats, lamb, chicken, or beef, mingle with dried fruits like apricots, prunes, or dates, and a medley of spices. Cinnamon, cumin, saffron, and ginger swirl together in a warm embrace as the dish simmers for hours, filling the air with an intoxicating aroma that invites you to linger, to savour the moment. Couscous, the golden grains that have nourished generations, is the soul of the Moroccan table. Steamed to perfection, it forms the base of a meal that is often shared among family and friends. The fluffy grains, delicate yet hearty, are topped with a rich medley of vegetables and tender meat, all bathed in a savoury broth, making each bite a comforting journey through the land itself, earthy, rich and full of life. Moroccan bread, round and rustic, is always present, its warm, soft texture inviting you to tear off a piece and scoop up the flavorful stews and dips. It's the humble companion to every meal, yet essential in its simplicity, binding the flavors together in a communal experience. Then there are the salads, vibrant, fresh, and full of zest. Tomatoes, cucumbers, and herbs are tossed with olive oil and preserved lemons, a burst of colour and freshness that balances the richness of the heavier dishes. The sweetness of carrots, the earthiness of beets, and the tang of olives create a symphony of flavours, each bite a celebration of Morocco's diverse landscapes and its people's connection to the earth. The sweetness of Moroccan pastries is another act of culinary artistry. From the delicate, honey-soaked baklava to the almond-filled cornes de gazelle, each pastry is crafted with precision, a reflection of the patient hands that have perfected the art over centuries. These treats, often enjoyed with a steaming glass of mint tea, are a sweet offering of Moroccan hospitality, a gesture that invites you to sit, to rest, and to indulge in the pleasures of life. And then there is the mint tea, green tea infused with fresh mint leaves, and a generous pour of sugar, its aroma rising like a welcoming cloud, soothing and invigorating all at once. Poured from a great height in the traditional manner, the ritual of drinking mint tea is as much about the act of sharing as it is about the drink itself. It's the final touch in a meal, a gesture of warmth and friendship that lingers long after the last sip. Moroccan food, with its rich blend of spices, vibrant colours, and deep flavours, is not just a meal, it is an experience. Each bite carries with it the history of a land that has been shaped by many cultures, yet remains uniquely its own. It is a celebration of life, a reflection of the people, the earth, and the enduring spirit of Morocco itself.